Asha, I went through why this matters both for democracy and also looks like an overwhelming defamation case, which are famously hard to win. Your thoughts?
Yes, I actually really like that you separated those two issues. They're connected, but I want to say, one of the things that we need to understand is that this Dominion lawsuit is just one slice of the problem, as you point out. Even if Fox is held to account for its lies about Dominion, they are lying about a million other things every night, and it is eroding our democracy. And I think we're at a point where courts are on the front lines of policing just the basic facts that we need for this democracy to exist. We've seen it in the Alex Jones case. We're seeing it with Dominion. We've seen it with some of the lawsuits and the sanctions that have been brought against the lawyers who are bringing frivolous claims. And that's really not a good place to be, because not everyone is going to be able to challenge. People don't have the pockets to challenge these lies. So it's really going to be important in this case to increase the cost of lying by news anchors, by lawyers, by anyone else in these ways that exact a very terrible price on our democracy.
Yeah, you mentioned the cost. I mean, lying in a legal sense is the libel or defamation. Hard to prove, but this is a strong case. That's one of the so-called costs. You get to say it, right? Nobody has stopped. The government's not involved with stopping those broadcasts, but there may be accountability. That's one piece of it. Aidan, I mentioned you cover all of this. You got a headline here. It seemed to interest your media outlet as well as our coverage. Similar point. I hate him passionately. What Carlson says about Trump in private. Given that that is so at odds with what he says in public, how do you see this story playing out?
Right. Well, I think the most shocking thing about this new batch of revelations is that we already had a mountain of evidence that Fox News hosts, at least when it came to Trump's stolen election claims, were saying one thing in private, that they didn't believe the claims at all and that they were loony, but then were going on air and promoting those claims. What's stunning about these Tucker Carlson comments is that wide gulf between private belief and public reporting extended to his views on Donald Trump. As you noted, he said that he hates Donald Trump passionately. He also said that Donald Trump's entire presidential administration was a disaster. And even now, when we're watching Tucker Carlson air the January 6 tapes and mislead about what happened that day, if you go back and look at the texts that were made public as part of this lawsuit, his texts on January 6th between himself and a producer, they're horrified by what was happening that day. So even when it comes to something like January 6th, which was a violent riot at the U.S. Capitol, Tucker Carlson is still not coming clean to his audience about what really happened. So that's obviously a very big part of Dominion's lawsuit against Fox News. We'll see whether or not they're able to prove defamation. But putting that aside for a second, it's also a journalistic scandal on a magnitude that we haven't seen in a very long time.
Yeah, you say we haven't seen in a long time. I've mentioned repeatedly on our shows, there's plenty to criticize the press about, and there should be a high standard for defamation. But I've tried to emphasize, both in my view as someone who happens to be inside journalism right now, but who also practiced First Amendment law, this is by far some of the worst evidence we've seen. And so when people say, oh, well, there's problems with the media, fine, or we hear about, this and that, they all do it, quote unquote. As someone who actually covers all of this, Aidan, would you say that what has been exposed here looks common to you, something we see several times a year with all the TV outlets? Oh, you see this, Fox is just doing what ABC does, or fill in the blank? Or is this pretty unusual and thus concerning, including concerning for people who might try to get their information from Fox?
Right. So I think just to start, it's always hard as a member of the media to root for a private company trying to sue a media outlet. You never want to see First Amendment protections be challenged in that way.